Hostile world. Welcome to another week. We apologize sincerely for the late start. That's all my fault, peoples. But hey, we made it. We're here for this week, and we're here to talk what has become mediocre in the NBA world. But as always, though, peoples, if you're in the stream, you already know what to do. Hit that like button. If you're watching a recording, also hit that like button. We appreciate likes either way, don't matter. But yeah, let me dive into it. Rayvon, how was your week? How was the last couple of days for you?
Not too bad, man. Just excited to talk about All Star Weekend. As you alluded to, a little high, a little low,
Mm-hmm.
a little disappointing, not a little, quite disappointing for a lot of people. And it has a lot of conversation about what needs to be done to change or make the All Star Weekend better for the NBA. So excited to talk about that with the guys as usual. So that's pretty much it.
Good stuff. My guy, Hakeem, was the
Yeah,
action fam.
yes, sir. Man, I'm good. I'm good. Had a great week last week. Had some fun. Gym as normal. As normal, the big foods. I didn't get to
Hitting
play
that
some
work.
basketball. Play a lot more football last week. Unfortunately, I was able to play basketball. I got picked
Mm-hmm.
up a bit of a slight injury in my ankle from football, so I couldn't make some more. I couldn't kind of land basketball, make the threes as per usual. But
Mm-hmm.
promise you guys to be there next. Promise you guys to be there next Friday to get some buckets. And that's it.
Good stuff. Good stuff. I had a pretty interesting week. Like
Had a good week.
I was supposed to, yeah, the week was good. Can't lie. The week was good. It's just a lot of events going on, a lot of things to do here and there and just getting busy. Sometimes busy with things that I'm supposed to be busy with, and you know how it goes. Other times busy with things that you really ain't got any
Mm,
dealings with at the point in time. But sometimes you find yourself in those situations. So that's basically how my week was. Had an off day today, so went to see some family and stuff. So it was all good. But yeah,
that-
we can
that's
get
good.
right into this thing this week, hitting off straight off the bat. All Star Weekend recap. Saturday night. Let me start with the skills challenge, something that we betted on, for lack of a better term. Made some predictions on that. And Team Pacers win. Hakim alluded to that last week, that they just
That,
might have,
that
the
chemistry, that
edge.
Chemistry. Yeah.
that
Yeah.
unity. You know what I'm saying?
He was right. He was spot on.
Yep. And
Uh,
did a lot of nonsense. I don't
mhm.
know why, but hey, you know, certain things we can't control. Overall thoughts, though. Let me start with you, Hakim, since you had a good insight into what was going to happen.
Yeah. So watching skill challenge as I predicted, I feel like I felt like the Pacers them playing together, having that unity, that chemistry, it would have made they would be able to come for better game plan. They know each other's strengths and weaknesses, and be able to kind of tailor to suit. And then it being in Indiana, they were pumped up from the crowd. Definitely Paris was going off. It was basically almost like his weekend. He could
Mhm.
almost do no wrong, and he showed up. He came in clutch with the half court shot that actually won them the challenge itself. He was instrumental in the actual, I guess the passing challenge. I would say with the
Yeah,
three
yeah, yeah,
loops or
yeah.
three
He was
circles.
cooking. Yep.
Yeah, he was
Yeah.
definitely cooking in that, and he went extremely fast too in the actual the layup, the 3 point. I guess the one they move around the obstacle course, and they did put a
Yeah,
little
the first one.
flair with the layup as well too off the backboard.
Hmm.
So it was exciting as well. I must say it wasn't compared to the last one with the Antetokounmpo brothers. It wasn't like that. This one was a lot more exciting.
Yeah.
I found the new court, the new I guess we call it the 3D court. That's what they're
The
calling it.
yeah, yeah. Some sorry, I don't know, like LED core. I didn't even know
LED
that's what
court,
it is,
but
but
whatever it is, it was
yeah, it's
that
pretty
was
cool.
interesting to see. Yeah, it was pretty cool. That was
Yeah,
interesting to see as well. But
Yeah.
overall, the challenge it was good. It was fun. It was competitive. It was a bit nail biting as well. It was really at first I couldn't tell who was going to win it. And I must say kudos to, is it the team with Bambiamba?
Team All Stars.
Yeah, Team All Stars.
Yeah.
They did pretty well as well. They had a slow start, which was kind of funny. They were struggling from the shooting challenge. They could barely hit a bucket. But outside of that, it was pretty competitive. Anthony
At
Edwards,
the thing that they had
I
Trey
don't,
Young in that group.
you know, Anthony
Mhm.
Edwards, I don't know what he was doing.
He was playing beer games, dog.
He
Straight up.
was taking it seriously. Like shoot
No.
off his left hand. If he made
Yeah.
it, if he would have still advanced, that would have been really cool. That would have been amazing to see. But he
Mhm.
broke all three and knocked his close to each other. So I mean, like, I know what you're thinking, but other than that, it was good. It was pretty exciting. I would be intrigued to see what they do next year. I just feel as if I don't know if they should start getting more teams to bring forward their players, or
Do it
let
on
the,
team base or
or let players pick a squad. They actually pick their own squad as opposed to putting random players together.
uh-huh.
But
I don't think they put
I,
random pairs together, to be honest. I think you had to
but you
accept to
have a
do
Like
it.
say,
yeah,
but you have a say. But you have
and
a say
then
who you choose. Like you know your squad. Let's say I play with you
Like
normally,
for
where
Team
Yvonne,
Piercers, yeah, I feel like for Team Piercers, they had to say who they would want on their
for
team. I
sure.
don't
But
think
the other teams, did they have a say?
I ain't sure about that part,
Because I feel like they,
to be honest.
I feel like they never played with each other a day in their life. The way they
But
were
it might
looking.
have been all right. Who signed up was something common among these people that signed up to do it, and it just happened to be Team All Stars and Team Top Picks. I ain't really sure how the selection goes. Truthfully, we don't get like the behind the scenes of that.
Mhm.
I don't know if there's something out there, some sort of literature out there to see how it's done, but
mhm.
I'm pretty sure you get a say if you could decide how you want it or whatever the case may be. But mm,
I guess
I don't know.
from the players and they might just enter a pool and
Yeah,
you know how NBA do their selections. We never know, but when you
yeah,
get selected, then you get put in. I guess some type of team thing, and
hmm
maybe Team Pacers chose to be together, and then they just call
hmm
themselves Team Pacers.
yeah,
And you know, but then again, we could argue for the Antetokounmpo brothers, like really
yeah,
who, like how would have them be chosen?
yeah.
You know,
No,
it's
Exactly.
like it's kind of weird. So or you can say maybe there's one team that's for sure, like one team enters as a team, as a set unit, and then the other players get chosen to be together
hmm
in some way or
maybe,
fashion.
but I need
So
that here nor there.
yeah, for sure. But how did you find it though? Do you agree with Hakeem?
I find that it was okay. I just feel like, all right, Anthony Edward made a point the other day. Well, not the other day, just yesterday. Saying that the All Star Weekend is a break for the for pretty
For
much
the All Stars.
everybody. So they're
Yeah.
pretty much not going to trade as hard to do anything. But you also come at a point to show. I
Right.
understand that he made a comment and say he can shoot with his left hand because whatever bet it was on, and
Mhm.
came out there and bricked it. After you bricked it, just putting some effort on the other things that you got left for the skills challenge. Like, come on, man. I feel like for
Mhm.
the passing, he was pretty lackadaisical. To me, he didn't look like he know what he was doing. And I guess too, I had an expectation because they thought our team would have been fun to watch, but they were the furthest from fun to watch. With him and Benyama and Paulo. So to see
Yeah.
that like lackadaisical performance, I guess he kind of set the tone for their team because he came out there and shot the trees with his left hand, break them, and then pretty much,
He killed his
and give
spirit. He
any.
killed his
Yeah,
spirit in one thing.
he just killed the vibe from the
Mhm.
jump, unfortunately. But for the other two teams, All Star, Scotty Barnes was actually playing the fool to me as well.
He was
He was
awful.
he was showing he was pretty half court. He was patting backward the ball and thing, but he was trying to hit a half court shot. Like Scotty Barnes, come on, and any
I
dribble
guess you
and
guys is
any
just having fun.
yeah, pretty much. I get it. You want to have fun. You can have some. You can have fun and do something. I still be part of the game
It's,
as well. You
but
know what I'm saying?
it's about
Yeah,
winning. They also want to win. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Like,
it's still one win or make it competitive or make it seem that you're interested in winning. You can have fun and also be competitive at the same time. So,
agreed.
uh,
or if I could say, if he was going to do those kind of shots from behind from, well, facing the opposite direction, that's something he would have to practice. Like, I know for a fact, Steph
practice
could probably make
exactly.
those kind of shots. I've seen Steph
Mhm.
do those. If Steph did that, fear. I mean, fear. But if
It's
Scotty
that.
Barnes does not practice that, don't be doing that. Cause that's luck. That's
Mhm.
not skill. That's luck. You need as opposed to skill.
That ain't little luck you need. That's folly. You know that I ain't get scored too. You know it. You know it.
Hey, if you've been on the internet for the last couple of years, you know these things happen anyway. So there's
After how
some
many
some,
trades,
some
he only had
measure.
a couple of seconds to do it. So
Yeah,
there's
that's
no way
true
that he was
too.
gonna score that at all.
He didn't even
But
hit the
yeah,
rim, right?
exactly. He was playing the fool too, but I feel like they did play a little bit. Trey Young and Tyrese Maxey were, actually trying. And
Hmm.
they're the only teams, two teams, them and the Pacers, only two teams that made it exciting to some extent. It came down to the wire, as you say. And Tyrese had to hit the half court shot to win. And as you say, he was the star boy of the All Star weekend. So the crowd went well when it happened. So it
Hmm.
was fun. I feel it could have been more fun, but I would say I would give it. I would give it
Seven or
a
10.
7 out of 10. About
Can't
that.
choose seven. Choose a
Six and a,
different number.
6.5, 7. 6.5, 7.
Can't choose seven. So
All right,
six
six
and
and
a
a half.
half.
Then six
But
and a
why you
half.
can't choose 7?
Because seven
It's
is the
just 7.
most
Lucky number to
answered
sit. That's
value for a 1 to 10 rating.
Seriously, I did not know
Yeah,
that.
like
yeah.
it's the safest
It,
number to choose
yeah.
because
It's not too
it's
low.
like
It's not too
it
high.
wasn't horrible, but it wasn't great. So we can just choose seven, midway.
Okay,
So you're going above seven or you're going below seven is the question.
I'm not going above 7. No,
Okay,
For
so
sure.
six and
Can't
a
get
half
above
I
then.
wouldn't
7.
go.
Yeah.
Nah,
Or 6.75 you won't put that way. 6.99 thing.
whatever. Not above 7 though.
That's fair. 3 point contest though. Finally,
Beer
This was more
action.
exciting for sure. This was more exciting for sure.
Yeah,
splashes.
Four guys got to 26. Then a
same
sudden,
Hmm.
score.
then a sudden death, and then DM came out the champion, DM time,
Yes.
and
Hey.
that was like once they realized about the 3 point challenge, right? I think about 5 or 6 racks. You just don't know who's going to be hitting. You have the hot shooter who starts hot, making
Hmm.
threes, going 4 for 5 in the first rack, then 4 for 5,
Yeah.
3 for 5 in the second rack, or 4 for 5 again, and then start
Hmm.
fading. They have the
Brick
Yeah.
person,
everything
they have the
else.
person who start bricking. They have persons who start bricking the first 2 racks, and hit a hit one of those
Uh,
the what's
the
the
deep
Money
balls
balls.
and the
people
star.
that's
Yeah,
coming
the
that's coming,
starry
yeah,
ball. Yeah,
that's
Yeah.
coming a
yeah.
3, hit 2 of those, or hit one of them, hit some money balls timely, and then start finishing hot. So that you can never tell what's happening, right? So it always has you on edge. And
Hmm.
DM shot well, of course. Trey Young shot. I'm surprised Trey made the finals. At first, I was like Trey
Nah,
looking shaky, but he finished pretty strong. Malik
he was.
Beasley was,
I would say he was one of the most consistent people in it to me.
but yeah, he had a slow
You want to
start.
say that?
The one they saw, he
Yeah,
had a
fair
slow
enough.
start, really really slow. I was like, well, he might not make it. But even the one where he sudden death and he got 15. At first, it looked kind of shaky, but I think who it was that got 12. Someone got 12. I
Tyrese.
think it was Tyrese. Yeah, and I was
Yeah.
like, oh, maybe it's not that bad of a score. But
Funny enough, we missing
but that was
something big here. A big
yeah.
controversy that was happening with this thing. Cat was on the line in the 3 point contest. The
Did it?
referee did sign it, looking at the things,
It wasn't.
and
It
it's
wasn't
just like,
reversed. It wasn't reversed.
no, no. He probably scored like the full first round. Yeah,
It
the
didn't.
full. He had 4 to 5 in the first round, and I think they only reversed one of them. Like he shoot the whole first round, but he tore on the lane, and they only reversed one. Like, come on, he gonna get eliminated from that. Like,
Yeah.
I don't think there's a debate about it.
But I
And
Nobody
guess
then
they're
got
trying
out.
to.
in
I guess they're
that
trying to
way,
say about a two. I guess they're trying to say like in the All Star
there's
challenge.
no argument around that. I see the referee
It's supposed
looking
to be
dead
three
at the
point.
lane.
Is it to a point? Is if it to a lane, you be like, this
This
is
is not
basically
Man,
saying
man.
though.
like, this is not tennis.
I don't know.
If
That's a
it's on
good
the
point.
line, it's two.
But I just thought it was crazy that I see the referee eyeballing it, and this man
Can't call it.
in with the points. Yeah,
He was
Yeah.
afraid
like
to call. He was
he
afraid to
was
call it.
literally telling Cat like to take his foot off in lane. He man was probably so locked in he
Yeah.
didn't even listening to anything he was saying. And he shoot
That's what
every single one from that first rack from this. I don't think
that's
he should have made it
that's
true,
that's still
unfortunately.
poor. Yeah, that's still poor. Yeah, from
But
Cap.
that's our same fun factor, right? Oh, if a fun ain't supposed to be too serious, that he have a
Uh,
few. You know what I
I
mean?
Money
agree.
rules are the rules. A tree is a tree.
I
But it's like
agree.
the distance is the same. I mean, like you're totally lane already changing the distance when it's leaving your hand when the ball is leaving your hand. It's not like it's gonna be a big that's a it's not like it's a deep two. That is a
Right?
man.
Technically it is
When
though.
he
I mean, yeah, technically, but I mean, like it's not like he was like you can clearly see. Oh, this man. Oh, he's in the paint for sure. He's somewhere way below the 3 point line. Like you will
Mhm.
have to get by not clear and say, oh, you're big toe right there.
when the
Okay,
Lakers when the Lakers up two in the playoffs
no,
to the
no,
Dallas
all
Mavericks, right?
for the all-star purposes.
And Lucas shoot a shot and he threw it on the lane.
I
What
hope
can
he don't.
happen?
Yeah,
In the game,
What
I'll
can
get me
happen?
bit. In the game, I'll get me bit. But All Star, you may let slay. Cause I believe there's some
yeah.
travels or some carries and that's good challenge.
I guess. But another thing that we missed too, DM scored a point in the CM like sudden death round. He got a point after he beat the buzzer. After the buzzer had blown, they
But did
still
he
count
really?
the point. And
But
the
he
ball,
really?
the ball
Did he?
was the ball was still in his hand. Yeah, the ball was still in his hand when they showed the replay. Still
Was he in
getting
motion?
um no, the ball was in his hand.
What did he get in sudden death?
I think he got 17. So Cat had got 16. He got 17, and Trey
So
had got 15. I think.
yeah, so it would have been a
He,
second
he,
sudden
he,
death.
he still would have made. He still would have made. No, he still would have made it because Terry's got 12. So he still would have made it. I think that's
Yeah,
what I
No,
think
but
that's
it would
why.
have been 16-16.
yeah. And
Oh,
then
no,
he
it
might
was
have to
four. It
do
was four.
another. Well, no, he wouldn't
No, it
have
was
had it.
two persons. Yeah, because Terry's got 12, so he
Yeah,
still would have gone
yeah,
through.
yeah. He still would have gone. Oh,
So I think
but
that's
I
what
mean,
that's.
Cat wouldn't have been there. Cat wouldn't have been there. Yes, it
You
probably would have still worked
you
with the same
eliminated
anyway.
you eliminated cat from earlier.
He dog. The man was off the line, dog. Like for so many shots, he scored for it. I just think that the
He
shouldn't have
overdid
come.
it.
Even that was
Okay.
Cat was my pick to win, dog.
You gotta win
Like
the right way.
exactly. I just feel that you fought in the lane. It's a 3 point shootout. I don't see
As as
how it should come.
his history is told from the winners. That's all I can say. History is
so
written with the
Well,
winners.
so
yeah,
you
the
guys
ball don't
seem
lay.
pretty excited about this 3 point contest. This was the best one. This was the best event.
It's not the best
Uh,
3 point contest for me. I would
it's
say
debatable. It's
Sabrina.
debatable. It's hard to say if that's the best event of the Saturday night, but it was pretty exciting. I'm not gonna lie. It was nerve wracking. Good
Yeah,
good
because
uh good shooting.
mhm,
Like four persons making 26 is pretty good actually. That's not easy to
yeah,
do.
yeah, that was
And then
very good.
that's my first time ever seeing a sudden death in a 3 point contest.
Yeah,
Um,
same.
so all around, I think it was good shooting. I rate it. I want to say eight.
Yeah, I would say it's a lot better than the last time because the last time a bunch of guys come in there and put up some bricks. They was building houses up there.
Yeah,
Right. This
yeah.
toss, yeah,
Contractors.
everybody at least get a 20.
Right.
Everybody at least get a 20 in the first round. So that was good to see.
You know,
And then when everybody all had four people with 26 points, I was like, whoa, I don't know
I'm not gonna.
how you go far from here.
I'm not gonna lie. I was laughing. There was two persons that had me like, are they for real? I think it was Larry Markkinen. I think he was in a position that he
Mhm.
could have advanced to the finals, and he broke the last three shots. I think it was him. He broke the
Pressure.
last.
It must
He
have been.
broke the last three shots, and they made the finals. I couldn't believe it. And then Dame had to make one shot
Damn.
from his last rack.
Damn.
Yeah, I think that's five tries, right? That's five shots per rack.
Yeah.
He had to make one shot to win it. One shot. The man missed the first four.
For
I was
it took the
I
man the
was like,
very last one to win the
I
game,
was like,
to win the
yo,
contest.
bro,
Me.
if you miss,
Uh,
like, what is Dame
that's what
saying?
Dame time is all about.
They take off the watch. Like when he made
Yeah,
it,
for real.
he didn't know what's going on, right? But he must have been so relieved when he looked back at the tape and realized, oh, I only needed one shot and I made the last one. Okay, like that's unbelievable.
That's
But
funny though.
Yeah,
he defended
it
his
was nerve
champion.
wracking at that
He
point.
defended his
That
title.
made it exciting too.
It
Yeah, it
did. It
did.
did. It really did. And even if he missed, it would have still gone. It probably would have been another sudden death. So I think it would have been another
Yeah,
sudden death. So it would have
because it
still
would have
been
been him or
exciting.
Trey Young.
Yeah. So it was pretty good. It really it was nice to watch.
Mhm.
Steph didn't disappoint either, which I'm happy about.
I think
Steph to
this is
win.
the most exciting thing. Yeah, he
Yeah.
has
It
stuff
was
to
a
win
good
too, though.
it was a
He
good
might
build
spread
up.
out.
I think it was probably the best build up. I think maybe that's what they could do to
Mhm.
make it more exciting. They can have a bit of a I want call it what I call it for what it is, trash talking. A little, a little jabbing here and there, in the
Hmm.
skills challenge or the 3-point contest, just to
Mhm.
build some rivalry, build some anticipation. Because I think what made this challenge even better between Steph and Sabrina, it was that it was a build up, it was hype about it.
Yeah,
It was like
yeah,
Hmm.
WNBA versus NBA, who's the best shooter on the planet? I mean, it was really a debate to me.
exactly.
If Steph lost, he was still the best shooter. But
Yeah, for sure.
But she said
you
it
know,
herself.
yeah, and all I made it said then should she shoot from the WNBA line or the NBA line, 3-point line? So I think that's what they have to do to make it more exciting. Put a bit of a competitive nature into it by trash talking, building the anticipation. Who will win? Who will get this? I think that will help to maybe make it a little the weekend or at least the Saturday night more exciting. But
But then that will also encourage players to be more competitive and not do foolishness on the night, even
yeah,
though still trying to have fun. At least to be some level of competitiveness should be coming out of your performance.
agreed. But
I also think that is because it's something that we never see before. It's something that you never see before is always exciting. We've never had a
Hmm.
WNBA versus NBA anything for the All Star night. So it's the
Hmm.
first of its kind. So I think that goes a long way in its novelty and the excitement behind it as well too. So
Right.
yeah, I guess so. I really think is the fact that one claims to be the best shooter. But she technically, statistically, she's had the best average or the highest most points scored from a 3-point contest, which is 37 out of 40. So that's
yeah.
Steph has gotten nowhere near that. So I think that's what
Mhm.
made it
I think
even
Steph
more
got like
exciting.
31, like one of
Yeah,
his
he does.
max
He got the
31.
record for the NBA 31. Yeah, 31 is the
Right.
record for the NBA.
So it's just
That's
like
a lot though. Not
it
gonna lie.
Yeah,
is,
it is. Man.
it is.
He
So it's
almost
just
eclipsed it
Yeah.
last the other night. Man had 29.
yeah,
So
yeah. So it's just like I guess she made it compact because she's supposed to be the best. She is the best shooter in WNBA. So I think
mhm.
that's what really made it like the best versus the best. But
Yep.
that that was pretty hard. I was actually at a party. I was in the party trying to watch
Mhm.
that on my phone because I could have missed that. I was like,
Yeah.
Steph, don't let me down. I was like, Steph, don't let me down. Steph, don't let me down. And Steph put it
He
in
would have had
the
to take some
yeah.
shots.
yeah. Steph Steph brought it home in last 2 shots. I was happy to see that.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
Sabrina did well.
But she did really well. Let me talk about that because the way that she was going in first to racks,
Woo,
I
hot,
pretty
hot.
she was hot, boy. Like, and I think in
I
the
was
end she
actually a
kind of
little
ran out
worried.
of energy. Yeah, she
Yeah,
kind of ran out of energy because the how she shoots. I feel like she uses a lot of energy.
Yeah.
Um,
To push the
maybe not
ball.
in the jump, but yeah, to push the ball from what I was
plus
seeing
too,
from
she
her.
shoots from further. She's doesn't
And
shoot
she
from
put it
that,
from
that
further
length.
than she normally. Yeah,
Yeah.
correct. She's shooting from. So it felt like she ran out of energy, but
Nah, she
damn, with the
practiced for
way it
this.
started, I was like, ooh, this ain't looking good
I
for
was like,
Steph, boy,
Steph
at
in trouble,
all.
boy. And then Steph started off missing a lot of shots too.
Yeah,
Steph,
he
his first
did.
2 rounds compared to Sabrina was awful. I was like,
Yeah,
Steph, you gotta pick up the pace, Steph. But
looking dangerous, boy.
shooter's gonna shoot. He kept his
Yep.
nerve, he stayed clutch, and he brought home the belt.
Speaking of
Yeah,
that,
wait,
oh my god.
that belt was disgusting. I don't know what they could have do. They could have do a way better job than
Yo, they should have
creating that paper
collaborated
belt
with
with
WWE. I'll
WWE.
find
Like, yeah, unless somebody run out through the tunnel and bring it out over the shoulder or something like that,
exactly.
that would have been making it a little bit more exciting. But that belt is horrible. They should have consulted with somebody from the WWE
Yeah.
before they made that paper belt because it looked like a piece of paper to me. I don't know why it looked like that, truthfully. But I think they
Garbage.
didn't want to spend any money on it, right? That was a budget belt. So
Probably.
Ah,
ain't gonna
uh,
get the funds.
that was horrible. Them probably was better off making a belt buckle rather than like do what the Cowboys is do.
Give you a trophy instead at that point. Because I don't know, man. Anyway, I think I want to mention something though before we go on to the
Yeah.
next one. Well, we on the 3 point. Well, Sabrina versus Steph.
Mhm.
Y'all guys hear the comments that Kenny was making about the fact that she should have shoot from the WNBA line and stuff like that. And we talked about that last week when we
Yep.
Yeah,
mentioned it, and it
it
was
was.
like I
I
don't agree with
honestly,
him.
I
First of all,
Hakim,
honestly,
Hakim was for it. I
I
know
said it
Hakim
was
was for it.
because technically she's at a disadvantage. You're asking her to compete against Steph to shoot a lane she
But
does
she's a
not.
challenger though. That's the
exactly, she
thing.
challenged him to do
But
it.
but to shoot a lane that she does not shoot at, she maybe she might have maybe practiced maybe about a week or 2 weeks before the actual competition.
Probably more
Steph
than
is
that.
Steph
Come
is
on.
let's say a
I
month. Oh Lord,
refuse to believe
let's
that.
let's say a month. Steph has been shooting that for at least what 10, 15 years. So like
Mhm.
let's say 10 years. Like he clearly has way more experience and practice at that lane than she does. Then looking at the distance, I mean biologically speaking, we're gonna assume Steph is stronger. So like she's gonna have to work harder to actually get the ball to the hoop, to the rim. So I mean she
The
was at a
Crystal Rats,
disadvantage.
nobody wasn't
She,
saying that or
she was
thinking
at
that.
she was at disadvantage to start. Maybe if she was at the WNBA line, maybe she would not have run out of energy. Maybe it would have been a little easier for her. So I'm happy that Steph won. Don't get me wrong. But I'm just saying she was actually the odds were against her. They did not make it easier for her. The only thing they did to make it easier for her was give her the WNBA ball, which I think is fair.
Well,
It's
yeah,
not
that was fair.
that's more than fair. That's justified. But
Mhm.
the odds were against it. She was set up to lose, in my opinion. I mean, she did extremely well. Like she almost had it, but it's not.
She
Like,
set
there's
up
not.
herself to lose.
But no, I will kind of to a certain extent. Like
I
if it
disagree
was
with
looking,
it
if we were looking at the
Nah.
fair,
wholeheartedly.
Mm-mm.
Wholeheartedly,
she
because first of all, she's the one that challenged Steph. That's
Mhm.
my first and foremost point to this whole situation. Secondly, she wanted to shoot from the NBA lane from the start. Them is who said that she can shoot from the WNBA lane. And only a couple hours before the thing, I see the post on ESPN or something about Sabrina UNESCO will shoot from the NBA lane. That's what she wanted to do from the start. So
because
I
she
don't even
because
see where it's a bit
lanes because
one because she
she
wanted to
wins.
do it,
Yeah,
and two, I feel it because she challenged Steph. She should be able or she should be saying yes. I can go shoot for the NBA
Yep.
lane because I the one
If
that challenged Steph.
yeah,
And I
yeah.
could put
If
it
you
and that
challenge
was
me on the court,
since last year. So you telling me since she challenged Steph, she couldn't use that time to practice for the NBA lane? Like, come on, it's
she
only a
probably
couple.
did.
was it last year? She challenged Stefan last year.
Yes, the WNBA All Star game was when sometime last year. Let me
Last year it was
see.
in December.
But
Let me see.
question though, how much further it is this WNBA lane to the NBA lane really?
Enough that can make a difference. That's what I can tell you.
This
Bro,
was saying July 15th, last year.
There's no way she
That
challenged
was
Steph
the.
that long ago. There's no way.
How you mean? There's no way.
There's no way she challenged
You
Steph
mean
that long ago. No, 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 no. It cannot be
what
that
is
Hakim
long.
can't
wait?
believe it.
What? Why you can't believe that? I don't
Hakim
understand.
I
thought
That's what
feel,
I
that
believe
I,
about
this
it.
this was
I
some
feel,
Christmas
I
dream,
feel,
and she
just
was
heard
like,
it.
"Yes, this is a good
I
idea."
feel like the story was just broken the other day. Like I remember seeing the tweet that kind of been that long ago.
Dog, it was that long ago.
Well, it
After
was
she
only like
broke the
6 months.
record, 37 of the 40. Yeah, like she challenged Steph there and then. Brendan was talking to her after it and stuff. So it's been a while. She had enough time to practice from
Half
the
a
three
year.
point line.
Yeah.
Yeah, and she wanted to, and it's not saying that would disadvantage her in the WNBA because no, you got deeper range as a
That's what I was
3 point shooter. So
going to ask. That's
you
where it
know,
was coming from. Like, how far is the lane really that you can say, or yeah, she's shooting from a slightly deeper range from the NBA lane, from the WNBA lane.
I don't know.
I can't, I
I could
can't, I
Google what
can't
it
tell
is.
you. Yeah, I can't tell you the difference in terms of if it's probably a foot or 2 feet. Uh, but I mean, it's enough that because it's the reason why guys can't make threes but can make twos. So there's a foot in between the line close to the rim is just so much better. Psychologically, mentally, it's just easier. So I mean, a foot,
Mhm.
2 feet is a big difference. Uh,
Hey, if you challenge somebody on them square, you gotta meet them at them square and dethrone them.
I don't know,
Exactly. You
man.
see him
I
here.
think
Conor McGregor challenge. Uh,
Floyd,
what's it called? Floyd.
Floyd
Like,
Mayweather.
If Floyd had
But like,
challenged Connor,
but is all right. So
I would
the reason I
expect him
think
to
it's
win
not
it. Well,
fair,
I mean
right?
that's a little bit different, but
All right. So then my question is, you see how I said that even if she won, she wouldn't be considered the best shooter, correct? In my opinion, she's not a better
Yeah.
shooter than Steph, even if she won. It was that she said that from the beginning because her shooting for NBA lane is not gonna make a difference. If it was gonna be said that any day she's the best shooter, all right, this is to determine who's the best person, like the best shooter
Yeah, but
in
that's what the
history.
challenge was set up though. Don't
But no
forget
one,
the
but no,
challenge
but
was
no
set
one,
up.
but
Let's
no one,
see
but
who's
no
the
one, but
best
no,
shooter.
but no one believed that. You have a better night, but no one believed that as the best shooter. So because even
Well,
she, so if it were the case where we really believe yo she's gonna be the best shooter, if she beats Steph, she's the best shooter on the earth, then fair NBA lane, yes, fair, because you need to make it fair. But it was, even if she won, she was never gonna be considered better shooter than Steph. So you could at least to make the competition fair, which is all about a competition on the night of the competition, let her shoot for the WNBA lane. Because as I said, even if she won from the NBA lane, she would never be considered better shooter than Steph. So the odds were
yo,
against her
let
from
me
the beginning.
let me tell you how minuscule the difference between the WNBA lane and the NBA lane is. All right, so in the corners, the WNBA lane is 21 feet and 9 inches, right? And the
mhm.
NBA is 22 feet.
3.
22 feet.
So 3 inches.
9 inches. So
No, no.
9 inches. Nine
Or
3 inches
inches
is
is different.
2023. Okay.
Well, yeah,
3
three. Yeah, yeah, 3 inches. Sorry.
inches, yeah.
Yes, 3 inches. You're right. Sorry.
Right.
3 inches. 3 inches difference.
Bro, that's this, dog.
That's a lot.
What's up? That's a
And
lot.
then
That's
at
not a
the
lot.
obviously, the NBA lane. Well, the 3 point line is an
so then,
arc.
so then,
So
so
the
At,
what? So
difference
what's
from
at the
the
top.
basket to the top
Mhm.
is the NBA line is 23.9 inches,
Mhm.
and the WNBA one is 22.175.
0.17?
0.175.
All right.
That's a
That
big
that
difference.
part
That is
is
that is a
great.
whole foot.
Yeah.
That is a whole foot.
More
That's
than
a
a
So,
lot
foot.
there. But how much
but
is a
the
foot
corner,
in shooting though, fam? Like I'm looking at my feet right now.
But that's a
No.
difference. Come on,
No,
Hansel.
no,
That's
it
what
can't
guys
be.
can't. But guys just can't make 3 pointers, but commit two mid range special. It
Yeah,
only like a
but
foot.
you gotta understand that a mid range is not a foot in from the lane usually. A
I
mid
know,
range
but
is like a nice 6 feet in
so
or something like that.
yeah, but the guys who shoot a lot of deep twos but can't make threes. I mean like deep
I don't know who
twos, you
that
know.
is.
I
DeMar
I
DeRozan.
was
DeMar
nah
is a
mid
mid-range
range.
specialist around. Yeah, but I wouldn't say that is be
He shoots
borderline
some deep twos
threes.
too. But not borderline, but he still shoots some. He shoot like within a
Nobody
2 feet
really shoots
from the
borderline
rim.
trees anyway,
Not
unless
borderline as in the edge,
they
but 2 feet
go to
in.
shoot a tree and they get caught out with their
I've
foot
seen
on the
CP3
line
shoot so
or
many. I've seen CP3 shoot so many deep twos.
That
Not
is
like it's
very
only
light. If you mean at the top of the edge of the key, that's not
no
deep too.
no
Like
no.
that's a that's the,
I mean like 2 feet in, like 3 feet in, like from the 3 point line.
three
Like
feet in
just
is a lot. Be that's clear. Like
that is
come on,
nowhere. That is
Hakeem.
not. It's
A
20.
foot though. A foot.
We just said it's 23 over 23
A
feet
foot,
to the
Hakeem. A
rim.
foot. 1 foot.
23 feet, 22 is not that much. It's 1 foot.
One 1 foot max.
that's the
And
point that
three
that's the point
inches
you're making.
That's what I'm trying to
difference.
say. So guys, when guys doing that in NBA,
25.
it be a lot sometimes.
Bro, no, I can't agree with
At the
that.
end of the day, at the end of the day,
She
I
was set
think
up to
that she
fail.
did the right
She was
thing.
set up. She was set up to fail.
You could say that she set it to fail, but I feel like she know what she was doing. She know the challenge that she wanted to take.
Yep.
She went out there and give it her all. I don't think anybody should be debating whether she should have shoot from the WNBA lane or not because she wanted to do it.
Yeah,
And I think
exactly.
that because she challenged
She
Steph,
wants
she
to do
should
it
have done
because
it,
she know
and she
because she
And,
did.
in her,
and
she wants
kudos
to
to
do it
her for
because she
following
wants to
through with
do
it.
it because at the end of the day, if she won shooting from WNBA line, all the critics would
Then
have
she will have
said
a kiss.
you didn't. All the
Chris will
critics would
say
have said
what?
you didn't shoot from the NBA line, so you have no choice.
All right. And if she shot from the WNBA line and beat Steph, what would the critics say?
The
Oh,
ball.
She,
she shot from the
they should,
WNBA
they
lane.
should,
She shot from the WNBA lane. So,
what they should have said is that
Come-
she had a better night because the
oh
argument
my!
is not
So
that
why she
she's a
can't have
better
a better
shooter
night? Why she can't have a better night and beat Steph from the NBA lane?
because
Tell me that,
Steph got 10 years of experience shooting from the lane compared to her. 10 years of experience,
dog.
that's a big
But
difference.
wait, why can't the same thing be said
Ask
if she shot
ask
from
a
the
hur-
NBA lane?
ask a hurdler, right? to run for 110 as opposed to 100 hurdles versus 110 hurdles. It's a big difference. You got to change your whole rhythm. So I'm saying
I
like,
think this is why you don't challenge people in their own realm if you know you can step up. Don't don't say, all right, yeah, I'm a better hurler than you in your example, Hakeem, and then come and step over shoe boxes and win and say, all right, yeah, I the man now. No, it don't work like that. If you think you better than me, come and do what I do exactly.
I think it's that simple. It's that simple. I
Easy.
don't think we
but
gotta debate
I
anything else about.
I
She's the one.
agree.
She's the
If
challenger.
if it was a case, if it was a case where she would have been recognized as the best shooter in the history of shooting of basketball, fear. But she would never have been recognized as that.
All right,
But
okay.
what I gotta do? All right,
Let's flip it. If she had the kind of numbers that Steph had in the WNBA, right? And
Mhm,
Steph was like a Trey Young, let's say, and Trey Young challenged her, right?
mhm.
Tell me what would be the scenario for shooting against her in order to consider yourself the best or to beat her? Like,
You know
what would
this.
the scenario setup be?
They say in mathematics, A implies B, but B does not imply A. I'm not. I ain't, we ain't going with that. That's that's closer to the rim. That's supposed to be easier. That's not hard. Skip. Move on.
I'm just asking you what the setup should be.
Move
That-
on. Move on.
That's all I'm asking. What should the setup be, and what would the results say? Like, how would you run that experiment?
I mean that's a whole. That'd be
But
difficult.
understand that you're
You're
not
going
bringing
you're
the
going
best
close to the
shooter
rim.
from both ends. You bringing one
Alternate shooter.
relatively good shooter.
Then if you was playing an alternate shooter, then you could shoot at the same lane because going closer
So
to the rim. So
WNBA lane.
that's you could shoot at our rim because I'm saying it's not the same. You're going closer, so it's technically easier. It should be easier for you to go closer to the rim. But I said at that point in time, then is it's honestly you can even keep it separate actually because it's not you're not gonna be considered the best of the best. If you want to be considered the best, you should shoot at the
Mhm.
same lane, which I agree. If it was Steph versus DM, who's the best all time? For some, if that could have been done on one contest, fair shoot at the same lane
But
because
you know
that's you
that
can see.
people can say the same thing that you say, regardless of if Dame win, Steph is still the
exactly.
best shooter.
Steph is still the best. That's what you're trying to say. Hakim, where you going with this point with? Or if she had beat, then the conversation, if she beat
Yeah,
Steph Curry, nobody is saying that Sabrina Ionescu is the best shooter of all time at all.
right.
Even she herself said it in the interview after the game, after
She
the
go say
contest.
that
So
because
I
she
don't.
lose. If she win, she would keep the same attitude.
If she wins, she would say that she will have that same energy.
She
I
was
believe. I do
exactly
not think that she would
she would
say
have
that.
said it was an honor
We
You
to
don't
see
shoot
know.
with
exactly.
Steph
You see
Curry.
how much she look at the Steph.
No, no.
She get to go
She
against your
might
idol.
she might
Come
have switched up.
on, Hakeem.
She might have switched up and be like,
Come
"That's the
on.
best shooter to ever be
You would have
born."
switched up.
Even if she
You
said
would
that,
have switched up,
even if she said
Hakeem.
that, even if she said that, the world knows that that is not the truth. Even if she
Yeah.
said that,
Mhm.
the
So if
world
the
knows,
world
and you
knows,
know that that's not the
if
truth.
the world knows that Waymaker shoot for the NBA lane name, she ain't gonna prove.
To make it
She already.
more interesting, be like to me.
And it's less about interesting to me. She challenged Steph.
But that was
She
my whole
is
thing.
my whole thing is she challenged Steph. You challenge somebody in the domain, you gotta be prepared to be in the domain. Simple.
Exactly.
Simple. And she wanted to do it. So I don't see what we got to debate whether she should have shoot for the WNBA lane or not, because she wanted to do it as well. That's my take on it. I don't see why it should be why should it even be something that I brought up last night on Saturday night after the thing was over. I don't know why Kenny bring that up in the first place. Like, it was so unnecessary to me because it's something that she wanted to do and she challenged Steph. Full stop. So let she do it. She did it. She did well. She lost. Steph will still be the undisputed best shooter of all time. I don't think that any 3 point contest would change that. So
So then don't call it. So then what you should do is you should make this a thing. If they have any, well, they probably have good shooters in WNBA. Let me not credit on the WNBA, but I'm saying then they should make it. They should make it a. They should use this as an initiative, maybe as a precedent to start having challenges between the WNBA and the NBA in certain uh challenges or certain skill sets. But don't say it's the best shooter because then we already
nobody
know
ain't
that.
saying that is the best
No,
shooter. Who's
but
saying
I
who
think you
came with that?
confusing
Yeah,
that best shooter thing with like of all time thing.
yeah.
Like if
No,
I
no, but
say I
this was
better
you
than
know
Steph at shooting, that's
they
the
marketed
precedence
it
on the
they
challenge.
marketed it as the who's the better shooter. That's how they
Yes,
marketed it
because
as.
that's the precedence of the challenge. The precedence of the challenge is I think I'm better than
But in,
you.
but in
I
three
want
point
to shoot
contest,
against you.
but in the three
Let's
point
see who
contest,
win.
in the 3 point contest, no one ever says I'm a better shooter than you. They just say you won the 3 point contest. No one ever says I'm a better shooter. Like you don't hear them say I'm a better shooter than
But
Cat or as well.
but you
Well, he might say
compete
it.
because you think that you better because you think
Eh,
that you could
No,
win.
you had a better night. You don't think you're the better shooter. You had the better
Hakeem,
night.
if you had to challenge me, you would say that you're better than me in something,
I
regardless.
would say I beat you that night. If I beat you 5 out of 5 times, then maybe I'm a better
you're gonna say,
shooter.
"Oh,
Come
Haki, you
on,
are not
Hakeem,
going to
If
man.
say
I,
that."
if
Come
I
on,
beat you
Hakeem,
five
be
out of
real
five
no.
times,
Hakeem, be
if I beat
real no.
That's
yeah,
tough.
Hakeem,
so
be real
if I
no.
if I beat you all the time, then I say, all right, I'm better than you. If I beat you one time, I might just say so because I don't want to get under your skin. But at the same
Okay,
time,
so what would you say before? Before the whole challenge, what would you say?
it's a 3 point contest between WNBA,
You
Sabrina,
you're not
and
gonna
Steph.
say, oh, I better than you today, huh? So let me go and challenge. You can
I
say I
said,
better than you. Come prove me
I,
wrong.
I
And that's the
said
precedence of the challenge.
to get
So
under your
so that whole thing is like out through the window. That's how you create challenges. You don't say I can be better than you on this night only. Let me do the challenge
skin.
because
What the hell?
then
Yeah,
people ain't
you
gonna be
gotta say
that
that.
interested in it. Like
They dunk contest. If we goes the dunk contest, we don't talk about who's the best dunker. We talk about who's the better dunker. We just say we typically say you had a better night. You had that's what the numbers say. It was like, oh, he's the best dunker ever to live. No one goes with that.
but you
No,
see, you
you
extending the
carrying
whole
this
thing.
thing will ever live.
Yeah, B, you extending it. Don't
Oh
extend
my
it.
goodness.
Is a challenge. I can't say I faster than Lewis in F1 car and I just come and say, oh, um, I can be better than Lewis on this track. So
All
let
right,
me challenge for this track. Like nobody can be interested. Like let's say for instance, Matt's gonna say, all right, yeah, I better than Lewis, let me race. And 2021 season was a perfect example of that. Let me race and see who's the best. Obviously, I had some hiccups in there and some weird things, but it's like
Mhm.
this is a challenge. I think it could beat you. Let me go at it. And then the fans, the statistics, and everything would then play into who's the best ever to do it, regardless. But
Exactly.
challenge precedence is on I better than you, prove me wrong. Or
my
vice
final my final says Sabrina got set up from the beginning. She
she said
got
that
set up.
herself.
She got set up from the beginning. She
I
was
don't
not
think
going
she
to win.
gets that up. She's the one that wanted to do it, so I don't see
Exactly.
where
She said
anybody's
she
got
said
any
that
problem with
She
it.
set
she
herself
have
up. She didn't realize it. That's all. She was oblivious, but she got set up from the beginning.
she just was honored to be able to compete against
Against
somebody
Steph.
that she look up to and
Exactly.
somebody that probably helped her in her shooting career and she was happy enough to compete and she had a good showing. The first two rats, I'm pretty sure a lot of people wouldn't even be saying what you're saying. I bet you the first two rats, Kenny wasn't even thinking about what he was going to say afterwards. So
Yeah.
regardless of what it was, she did have a good showing. She had 26, right? Hey,
Yep.
Mhm.
26.
that's pretty good. I don't see no excuses for just coming tree short.
Is a hit or miss. Is a hit or miss league, boy. If she did that again,
Make
she might
her.
get 21 or she might get 19. She just had a good
Mhm.
first round. But hey,
Hey,
I digress.
she did a good job. So kudos to her. Um, you mentioned you don't
On
contest.
contest.
As I mean, all the
Thoughts?
talk, right? All the talk, I still be my excitement is still at all time high every year for the dunk contest. Even despite I see the names or I don't know the names, I be like, this could be it. This could be an amazing contest. My hopes are still up, you know. And it wasn't that good. It wasn't awful,
Mhm.
but I think what they're missing now, unfortunately, is there. I don't want to say creativity is low. There's no hype. There's no one get interacting with the crowd. There's no more Superman. There's no more capes. There's no more Black Panther mask. There's
No
no
more
There's no more
more
props.
cars.
cards. There's nothing.
Yeah,
It's just I'm a dunk.
props on
Get
the
somebody
low.
tall. Get somebody tall. And there's
And dunk
nothing.
over
You
them.
know. It, there's nothing at all. No, you're not walking over an artist low wing or something trying to like get the crowd hype.
And then, or use a
Nothing.
drone or saying like to put the balls in the ear or something like that. Like,
Something, and
come
drop
on,
it.
just be more
Creativity.
creative, boys.
Yeah.
It's definitely even when it gets beyond the I can't recall it now. But that machine is rotating a lot. It's not coming to me at the moment. But essentially, just something to
Segways.
keep. Yes, just to keep it exciting. But the dunks were not bad. I found like the judges were a bit harsh this year. I guess they're trying
Just
to
were terrible, to be
holistic.
honest.
They're
Well, not
holistically
terrible.
trying.
Let me tell that back.
I think they're trying to holistically change the way they grade. They don't want to be giving away 50s. So I think they're trying to make it a little more okay. We've seen this before. It's good, it's cool, but the level has been the bar has been raised. So no more. We're not giving 50s. You get 48s, not 47s, and a couple of 49s. You have to be
You need
outstanding at
props.
15. But what's Matt McClung? What's the camera? Is Matt McClung?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Matt McClung. Yeah.
He was good. I found Toppin was pretty decent as well. But Toppin's dunks were
He
just
gets snubbed.
a little traditional. Is like you see that in
Yeah,
game
the first
work
one, that second one that he did,
was hard, was
where
tough.
he was like, was hard as hell, and he man give
Put
you
it
a
between he put it
four
between
point
his legs.
score.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, and he
I
said,
saw when the camera came on him, and I saw him complaining, talking to someone. I was like,
yeah,
yeah, you should be complaining for that one, bro. That was tough. I
exactly.
don't know
That's
what happened there.
crazy. That was
Yeah,
a
but like
pretty tough dunk.
how much tries he did it in though, because that usually
He did
factors
it in
into the
one.
score.
He did it
It
in
was
one
one or
tray.
two. It was one.
He did-
He was good, and I'm afraid the rules should be that the one if you take three. No, you have unlimited time. Is it unlimited time or three tries? And is it unlimited attempts in that within that? I think we're stuck. Is it unlimited?
Possibly. Was
Is it unlimited trays within the time span, or is it three trays only? Because if it is
that's
three,
actually funny face that he got this stuck
it
though.
is. It is actually. But
Yeah.
if it's unlimited, right? Then I feel as if it's not supposed to take away from your overall score. Once
Mhm.
you make the dunk, which is obviously difficult to do, get the
yeah,
points. But if it's supposed to be done in three, then I think I'm not sure if they factor in a bit, but it's not. Well, you could correct me if I'm wrong, because you were gone for about 30 seconds.
yeah,
In
yeah.
terms of the
I don't
dunk
know what happened.
contest, yeah, we were laughing at you. But in terms of the dunk, in, in terms of the dunk contest, right? Is it is it unlimited?
So I thought, no, thought-
All right,
What am I say?
but no.
no.
All right, all right. So the dunk contest, is it unlimited tries, or is it you have three attempts to make the dunk? Can't recall anymore. 'Cause I know they changed the rules of
But I
change the
think
rules
that you
again.
lose points if you don't get it in one.
You're not supposed to lose points. You're not supposed to. If you, I mean, the judges might implicitly do it, but you're
He
not
literally
supposed to
got
take
three
away.
trays on the thing. It
Yeah,
said
so
that he got three trays.
you're not supposed to take away points from
But
the person.
I can understand why you would feel the need to take away the points, because when you miss that first thing, it just sucks the momentum
But no,
right
but
out,
you still made it.
Yeah.
But
right
the
out to
dunk
the
is
dunk.
Because everybody know what you're about to do
but
now.
no, but
So
Exactly.
the
Right.
difficulty still exists. The complexity, of the dunk, the creativity is still there. Like it's still the dunk. So you should not be
yeah,
taking away
but
points for it.
do it in one and show us the complexity coming to fruition. Don't
Maybe
try
maybe
it and then try
maybe,
it and then finally get it on the turn and still expect a
maybe that
50.
showed how complex it was. I needed three
Right.
tries.
I agree with that.
But
So
nah,
do it on the first
it
try.
shouldn't take away points. It shouldn't take away
Maximum point.
points, in my opinion. But Obi Toppin, sorry, not Obi Toppin. I can't remember the guy's first name. His brother, that's his brother. But I
Jacob,
can't remember
I
his
think.
Jacob Toppin.
I think so.
So yeah, Jacob Toppin. His dunks were pretty good. They weren't outstanding, but enough that I could see him being in the finals over Jalen Brown. If I'm being honest, I found that Jalen Brown's dunks,
Correct.
even his scores were close to Matt McClung's dunks. I was like,
Yeah, like,
how you this
oh,
close? How you this
exactly.
close? And and then what was disappointing to me is like the guy jumped over Kai. Kai must be
Kaiser
like 5 foot.
is like
Kai must be like
4 foot B.
5'3", 5'3" or 5'2".
And the
And then
man
it's
was
like
saying on the chair.
sitting, and he was sitting. It was so he was even shorter. And I was like, bruh,
Wait, so was this his like his
That's
like
his second
the,
dunk.
the
That was his
soles of
second
his
dunk.
feet coming above his head, or was it like he bent his knees and like shins over his
It don't matter.
head?
He's 5 foot. No, it don't matter. I
Actually,
could
that
probably jump.
matters
I could
because
over.
if you could jump and you soles above a grown man, well, I say grown man, but a grown man hey sitting down in a chair, that means
Man was
that you
the
vertical
man was
pretty
probably
high.
he was probably
But
about three
He's a
feet or
little
4 feet.
grown man. He is not. He is not exactly. He is
He's
barely
not that
5 feet.
tall.
If he's 5 feet tall.
He was standing next to Steph, right? He was walking to Steph
yeah.
in the tunnel on the way to the
Steph
Celebrity
like a
game.
giant.
Yes, and Steph is 6 foot 3, right? And Steph looked like Goliath. So I at that time I realized, oh, he's not that tall. I didn't realize he was that short, to be honest. So I feel
Hmm.
like
Him I was
Jalen
at
Brown, and Jalen
Steph
Brown
like
got
mother.
a pretty high rank, a pretty high score for that dunk as well. And what
Mhm.
was
Yeah, I
funny?
feel like he was getting points off a name or something like that because
I don't know what
his
they're trying
Yeah.
to
dunks
do.
was not hitting it like that.
What was funny? They were saying that that dunk he did over, I think, over Kai. It was supposed to be a dunk where he's supposed to be not blindfolded, but he's supposed to cover
Yeah,
his
he was
eyes.
supposed to like
Cover his
the
eyes,
man
right?
there
But
out.
I was like, bruh,
Man,
what are you
it was
doing?
so weak. And on top of it, he missed it on the first thing because
Yep.
Tatum threw a stink alley oop. It was terrible throw. So it was just a complete fail. Jalen Brown got
Yeah.
uh
it, and the man still get a high score and get to go to the finals off of it. So I do not know. The
I
judges are
felt
very inconsistent for this dunk contest. Um,
yeah.
I don't know. You had this that first dunk that Matt McClung did should have been 50 across the board. And this
Yep.
old man, I don't know if he see the
He
dunk.
first seven,
He
first
the
first
man
six.
46. No, he
he
be
Yeah,
at
blinked.
46.
first six.
I was like,
He he blinked.
if you blink, watch the replay, buddy.
That's the one he let go the ball and then caught it
Yeah,
back and then
the,
yes.
that was the best dunk in the night. Watch the replays though before you put the the score on the board. Like, come on, man. You gotta do better than that. That was the best dunk for the night, and then get
They,
50.
But
That's
yeah,
ridiculous.
what I think is that the judges' points or scores is based on personal feel. So it ain't really much structure to how them judging.
Yeah, that's why they're probably considering the whole
I know,
if they
but
may get if
they're
they may
supposed to
get
have
on
a
the first
criteria.
choice stuff.
They're supposed to have a criteria.
Yeah, but still there's some level of how you interpret
Yeah,
what
exactly. How
happened
you
in the
interpret
dunk
it.
versus the criteria is like when you match it
Mhm.
up, so somebody might have a different weight to it.
Yeah.
So there's always that, there's no coming together and say how much you think this person should get, and then maybe put up your numbers. Because if you do that, then maybe you'll have like a plus or minus one across the board. But to have a minus four, like everybody 50 and then minus four from 50, like that's way off. So there's definitely personal um weighting on the scoring in that sense.
Hmm.
Yeah, well, all in all, I think they don't contest. I don't know what else at this point. I lost as to what they could actually do with it. I mentioned the hacking earlier. I see Stephen A saying something about to blame it on LeBron. I didn't get to watch the video, but I know it had to be some sort of craziness Stephen A talking about. But maybe he's looking at it from the perspective of the against stars to participate, so he could get more stars to participate, which is where it was coming from in the first place.
LeBron has never done the dunk contest.
Yeah, yeah, I'm one of the best dunkers in the league, I would say. But
What they should
I don't
do
know.
is do a mascot dunk contest where they got the
I think that would
trampoline
actually be
thing.
more fun.
Yeah, where they
But
got
it
the
was
trampoline
it's
thing.
I mean, but it's still like all they need to do is have they just need bigger you don't even need to have a big name. You just need someone with big personality
Mm.
Or
who can
no,
get the
or with
crowd engaged.
creativity.
Yeah,
Actually
creative.
put some time into trying to do something different. Even if it's something that somebody done before.
But unfortunately, dunk contest doesn't keep you in the NBA because Matt McClung is loving the NBA. So I mean, like no shit than Matt
I ain't
McClung.
studying that.
But
I ain't
you won't
studying
be
about that. Just be more
you
creative.
won't be you if you don't want is like if you're not a creative dunker already, you're not gonna take time practice in my opinion at least. You don't want to take away time from trying to better your skills that can actually translate into a game
They
than on the
also got to
dunks.
be more what you call that incentive though, because I've seen dunk contests outside of the NBA, like just outside challenges or what's not. That'd be insane. Some
Yeah.
crazy dunks, and then you come to the NBA and you see these mediocre dunks compared to what can be done.
I,
You be like,
I mean if it translates to me, let's say like, someone plays football, and for those who in America soccer, they're players or they're players who can juggle the ball like extremely well. They have all the tricks under the sun, and they
Mhm.
look phenomenal. But they're just not good footballers because they're not able to pass. They don't. Their judgment is off. They can't shoot. They don't know how to read the game. There are different
Mhm.
elements to the game, right? And so when you compare that to a basketballer, there are persons who spend their life dunking, similar to those persons who play football who try to juggle the ball with creativity. So they
So
have a lot
bring
of
those
creative
in.
dunks, but you don't have that kind of skill set to actually play basketball like at a high level. At the end of the
So
day,
bring
you
in
have
those
all
guys
stars
for the
because the
dunk
all
contest.
stars
Then.
are meant to the all stars are meant to try. But then it's also trying supposed to be all stars of NBA. I mean, unless you're trying to bring a bunch of players who we don't
Get rid
know,
of it, then. Get rid
But
of
yeah,
it.
you
Get
got
rid of
then
the dunk
Matt
contest. Then.
McClung. It's supposed to be all star players dunking, but yeah, you got Matt McClung. Come on.
man's a two way player. But that's what the NBA is. It's struggling right now. I think eh, they will have to incentivize it heavily. I don't know,
Yeah,
like a $1 million bonus
bring in other
or
people
That's
or
that actually
something,
crazy.
want to dunk.
$1 million bonus for the dunk contest.
Yeah, that's well.
or
That's
five
too
hundred
much.
grand.
I mean, a
Or
Prius.
these players, these players don't want. If you could play a Prius, they come on.
I
They
know,
want
man.
they
What you
want
talking about?
they want Lamborghini Urus or something. But
I,
if they
I
had to
vote for.
incentivize it, if you could
50,000 is decent.
for
50
NBA player,
Oh,
no,
grand
the winner
or
of the dunk contest. The winner of
yeah.
the dunk contest is get $105,000.
Oh, okay. Well, put it 150, and
so
that's good
but
incentive.
You don't
no,
think
but
that can
I
make a
no,
make a
you need to
difference?
increase
Yeah,
it.
but you gotta bring in people that actually want to dunk, not bringing who you think are stars. Like,
But the people that
because
they is only the people that want dunk. So
But there's a lot of stars also don't want to get injured too, because Paul
well,
George doesn't
good.
even
it
want.
So
has to be the
so
Paul
people.
George
don't
doesn't want to
so
dunk
don't
anymore.
don't and bring in the people that actually spend the whole life dunking and
You
put
need
on
an
a big show.
incentive. If you could pitch. We already did on this show. If you could pitch a 500 grand payout for the winner dunk contest, and you could try names like Jamorant, Zion, um, bring back Aaron. Well, he might not come back, but Aaron Gordon. These kind of caliber players. Dennis Smith Jr. Well, not Dennis Smith Jr. I can't remember the other guy's name. Who won it over Aaron Gordon a year. Uh, but players
Yeah,
who have
Dennis
that
Smith.
caliber is Dennis Smith Jr. No, I don't, that's not right now.
Mhm.
He
Oh
doesn't
no, no,
play for the
Derek Jones Jr. Sorry, Derek Jones.
Yeah,
Sorry.
Derrick Jones Jr. Yeah, players of that kind of caliber and a high payout, you will have an amazing dunk contest. Revamp the judging a bit too. The judging has to be revamped. I think there's too much
Put some younger
ambiguity in
people
there.
there, please.
There's too
And
much
too much old
ambiguity in
men.
there, and you need to have a rule in place that but it's gonna be a little bit tricky, but allows judges to maybe correct their previous score if they truly recognize an error, and it gotta be something you want to use once a night for one judge or something, because you can't have judges trying to fix the outcome no, but clearly if you know there's a clear error, I might get 44 and it's really a 50 dunk, that is criminal. So you gotta have a way to revamp it a bit. But I think that's a perfect way to incentivize it. You have to, unfortunately, it's only monetary I can think about. I can't think of anything else that would make a difference. Uh, but I think that would be it. I think that would truly be it. Cause I just let you dunk
All
contest.
right.
It's just fun to watch. I mean, for the most part, it just there's nothing like a good dunk. Even although the competition was not the most exciting, they still have some good dunks. I was still like, ooh, that's a good dunk. You were still reacting to it any day. Outside of Jalen Brown, of course.
So about the All Star game, then like quick recap how you rate it and
Yeah.
maybe what could make it better. Obviously, our predictions is slightly off, and
Yeah. Because it comes down back down to the first thing that I mentioned when we start talking about the All-Star game. And I always say like the men they on break, they're trying to get injured. They're really trying to be in rest mode, but also trying to put on a show at the end of the day. Um, it's difficult to get anybody to play hard when technically it's a break that you on and you're supposed to be resting, like in inverted commas, with the exception of the All Stars, pretty much.
Mhm.
So I don't know if they will ever get into. There was only that one time when they put in that new rule, and it was like the last quarter. They had a time on the clock, but you're supposed to reach a certain amount of points. You remember that one
Yeah, yeah,
All Star
yeah.
game that
That
he
was
had?
that was that
Yeah,
was
that
a
was the
top
one
game.
time that
Top
they
Oh,
may
it's
game.
like
actually
150
lock
or
in and
something.
play.
Yeah.
Yeah, they lock in and play. It has some. That's when Kobe did. They had a Kobe Bryant rule or something like that. He had to score 24 or something like that in the last quarter.
Mhm.
Something along those lines. That was the one time
Okay.
that they actually played. But I feel like for that point, that was for Kobe. You understand?
Mhm.
Uh, I don't think you would ever get it like that again because at the end of the day, the guy, I don't see how you can motivate them to risk injury to some extent and try to play harder
The
um
fact that this whole thing about
than they will
injury
want
is
to.
so recent,
Mm.
like before people wasn't really worrying about injury that I started with, it would be a cool first half, or like Hakim corrected me last week and said cool first 3 quarters, and then the men will go at it. But no, it's like I don't want to be injured. I gotta
Yeah,
play the
but
rest
I
of the
mean
season.
in
I
this
need a
one,
ring.
I maybe if the score was closer, they might have done it. But
Yeah,
the
it was
East
too
team
far.
was smacking the West from three. Like they couldn't miss a single tree.
Yeah,
They
it was
shot
too many threes.
46% from three,
It was too
bro.
many
Yeah,
threes first 2 quarters. Like everybody just shooting threes, like no
yeah,
lips. I was
yeah,
just if I could see a bit of a good defense, it would force the offense to play have to play better to get points. So you
yeah,
them amazing, but it's just like everybody just shooting threes. Like get a ball, shoot a three. Like they were in the
yeah,
like it was a shootout. Just get a three, just get a
yeah.
three, hit a three. It was
And the
boring
West team
at
was so
first.
disinterested in playing defense. Outside the KD, KD was the only man in that first quarter that was actually saying, "Yo, let me put some clamps on Dame." Dame still popping and he but the man actually getting the defensive stance and try to guard Dame and contest the shot. I think he was the only one that was actually trying. Everybody else was just going on. The man was a bouncing out. Like I watched that first quarter. And the East team got so many offensive rebounds because all they were doing was shooting from three, the ball bouncing all the way back up to them at the 3 point line. So it was
Yeah,
it was a
easy.
disappointing game in terms of competition. Yes, I would like to see more competition, but I could also understand the aspect of like we come here to rest. Well, not come here to rest, but we come here to
Yeah, you don't want
yeah.
over
But
exert anything.
it's supposed to be a break. We ain't really getting a break. We gotta be here Saturday, Sunday. Well, Friday, Saturday, Sunday to partake in all the interviews and all that sort of stuff. I understand it from the players' perspective, but I would still like to see more competition. I don't know how they would be able to change it to get more of the guys because I feel like they got a valid reason for not wanting to go there and assert themselves as much as we would like to see.
Yeah, I agree.
Sure.
Yeah, they it's gonna be. I don't know what they could do. I, I mean, incentivizing is always easy with in monetary ways, but you don't want to out more than you put in than you receive.
Here's I
Uh, and there gotta be some way to make it more
NBA
exciting.
got
I don't know
money,
what
man.
we do. I say
well,
move to maybe.
Hassan Whiteside has suggested that they should possibly let the winner of the conference gain home court advantage in the NBA finals. What do you guys think with that?
Trash. I don't
The
like
Mm.
winner
that.
of the
I
All Star game
Oh,
don't like that.
from so east or west,
or
whoever.
West?
Yeah, I like that. I
I
like
like the
that.
idea too. I think it's
I don't.
interesting. That's
I like
definitely
that.
an incentive there.
It's good for the point of view of the All Star game, a good All Star game. But it takes with the point having 82 games. What's the sense playing 82 games for home court advantage? Then you lose it in the finals because some team lost 4 months before you that you couldn't even play in. That's crazy. I don't like that at all. I think you have 82 games
I
to,
think
to, to earn your one seed or the best record in the NBA. I
Uh,
think you deserve that record.
I d- I think if you are a championship team and you got confidence in winning championship, one
Brother,
game, one more
brother, come on.
away from home
No, no,
should
no, no. When on the road is difficult any day. if you have
Sometimes,
home
not all.
if you have home court advantage, I think I can't remember which series it was. You could technically lose every single game on the road and still win your last game at home, game seven, if
Yeah.
you have home court
Or
advantage.
you
It
could
makes it
technically lose 2 games at home too. Just like who did it? Was it Boston that lost two
a lot
games
of
at
teams
home?
lose, but I'm
Mhm.
saying is
The
and then
Heat.
when it comes into
Yeah.
that final game, you rather have the home court advantage for game seven. I need they wait would they give it wait if you played 82 games to prove who should get that game, that number one seed in the NBA for the home court advantage. I'm gonna lose it because some joker decided not to play good defense 3 months earlier or 4 months earlier. I lose out on my seeding. No way for All Star game. I agree. It will make the All Star game phenomenal. Hopefully, by the same time, it's going to take away. It takes away the point of playing 82 games for that seed. Then you may got start teams start tanking from early. Oh, we already lost. We already lost. Oh, we already lost. We lost the East one. The West currently has the best best record right now, or is fighting for the best record. Oh, because the East one, let's rest our players. We can't get it anyway. Let's rest our players. Take it easy. I just don't see I don't see it helping the NBA, to be honest. Long term at
So
least.
you're making some valid points. I just thought it was a fresh perspective on, actually putting out an idea because nobody can think of anything to make it better. And I think it was an interesting idea to make it to make to make it more competitive. I feel like that's something that people will fight for. You know. Um,
It would make the All Star game great, but I don't think it would get past the drawing board, to be honest. I just feel like too many stars will come and attack that, and coaches will come and attack that one time. Um, to be honest, if I be honest, I can't see that working. Only the other
Yeah,
thing they could
that's
do,
lot-
uh,
you ain't got to think about it. I ain't know.
uh,
We got Mark in the chat saying give give every player on the winning team $1 million. Man, these
I
men
mean
making so much money already.
that
How
would
much more
work,
money
right?
can the NBA give them?
one
How
M.
much more money?
As I said, those incentives will work, but it's
Talk
not
about incentive.
the NBA is not looking to dish up more than they receive, right? Unless they could get a
Exactly.
high payout from that because everyone tunes into the NBA game. And imagine 4 quarters of top flight basketball. Yes, then that's crazy. But that's a lot. You have to hope you generate a lot of money. And
Yeah,
I
but
can't say that.
on top of that, it already kind of baked into the system because most of those guys' contracts having clauses is if they made the All Star game, they get X amount more money, or if they made the All NBA team, they get X amount more money. So it kind of
Yeah,
already built into that. For the time you get All Star, you gain some more money in your pocket in some way.
yeah.
Most of these guys have contracts with bonuses and clauses in it that allows them to get more money depending on the accolades that they receive. So it's kind of there already, Mark.
1 million is a lot of incentive. I ain't gonna lie though.
Yeah.
Most definitely.
um. So yeah, just quick predictions for post All Star break for the NBA. Just want to run through this as fast as possible, but still allow it to carry the weight. Everyone, you want to take this away and kind of lead us off with
Yeah,
the predictions?
just off the bat. Well, my bold prediction for the post All Star break in the NBA season is that the Celtics will win 65 or more games, and Jason Tatum will win MVP. Um, Throughout this whole discussion, we've talked about the MVP for a few weeks here and there. Getting updates on the standings or the leaderboard for the MVP. And Jason Tatum has been nowhere in the conversation for the whole discussion. Maybe we mentioned him at the bottom of it, but
Yeah.
not true discussion about this man could really get it. The Celtics have pretty much one of the easiest schedules remaining for the rest of the season. Uh, so they're gonna be beating up on some teams, and they are going to go on a pretty big winning streak. And I feel that winning streak is going to bring some attention to Jason Tatum and his stats and you know the things that he's been doing on his season. And with MB dropping out to the not dropping out, but being ineligible for the race because of the missed games, I feel like the Nuggets, Jokic, might be a little bit. They haven't been that great to me for this season, and I feel like there's a propensity for them to fall back a little bit because they were kind of been sleepwalking through the season. I don't know if the post All Star break they'll wake up, um,
We'll see.
but if that continues to trend downward as well, I think Jason Tatum's team success would catapult him to the top of that leaderboard for the MVP. To be honest, they had a poll the other day, and I think it was Jokic, Shea, Giannis, and Luca, then Jason Tatum at the bottom, pretty much at fifth. So I feel like he could claim those. He could claim over those players if the Celtics go on a big winning streak. Maybe make some sort of historic um, winning record and get the MVP.
Got to beat Giannis though. Giannis is a hard
Well,
player to beat.
Giannis on a team that kind of shaky too as well. Look at the end of the look at
More.
just before the All Star break, lost to the Grizzlies, lost to the Heat without Jimmy Butler, Terry Rozier, and I don't know, a depleted Heat team by almost 30 points. Like
Mhm.
the Bucks need to do some soul searching. They're like I would call them the best worst team in the NBA to some
They just
extent,
get it. They just
or the
screw
worst
him in.
best team. Yeah,
Yeah, the
yeah,
worst of the best.
yeah, the worst of the best to be honest. But um, I think Jason Tatum may have a sneaky chance, even though genuinely, I think he should be in our conversation higher up because of the Celtics' success and his performance on the team. But we shall see. And one thing I must say, Jason Tatum is one guy that really like flips it in the second half of the season. That's a trend that I just kind of pick up from him. I don't know if you guys ever pick it up. Like I just feel like Jason Tatum just flips a switch in the
Yeah,
second part of the season
it just be
and
deja
kind of
vu
goes off.
compared to a couple seasons ago. I think when they made the
Yeah,
finals,
when they made the
I think two
finals,
seasons
yeah,
ago, after the All Star break, there, Jalen Brown said that we going on a run, and they went on a run.
yeah,
So
yeah.
yeah, they tend to do that for sure. They tend to up the intensity a lot after the All Star break.
Mhm.
But I
Yeah,
think
for
add on
sure.
to what everyone said, my one of my bold predictions would be I have the 76ers to fall into the plane have to play in the go have to go in the plane tournament as a 7 for 8th seed because with Embiid being out, I just think they're gonna drop right now from their position standing and just go straight in the plane tournament. And worst case scenario, they might not even make the playoffs actually. They'll be out of playoff contention altogether. Because right now they're in about fifth position and they're only well, 2 games separating fifth to eighth, and a lot more games left back. So I think honestly, they have to be very careful right now. Without Embiid, they can start getting some serious troubles.
They are in a very, very delicate spot. Um, Genuinely, I like Tyrese Maxey a lot, but I don't know if he has evolved to that state to say, yo, I feel that he could carry a team um, to the success that they would need in order to maintain the position that they're in or that they were in when MB left. Of course, there's going to be some level of drop off, but I don't know if I got that much faith in Tyrese Maxey. Um, Maybe I should be looking at having faith in their coach, Nick Nurse more. Maybe it's difficult for me. It's difficult for me to see that they will stay in the top five with NBA for that long. So I agree with you, Hans. Like
Yeah,
that is a that's I think you might be true. I wouldn't go all the way and say that they'll be out of the playoffs in general, but I think they may end up in the playing tournament. And I feel quite certain that Embiid is not going to come back until the end of the season. I don't see how you get surgery and expect to come back while the season is going on so late in the
yeah,
season as well.
yep, yep,
I really don't see it. And then he still got to work back into shape and things like that because you probably can't do a lot of mobility stuff because of the knee. So it's going to be a rough ride for the Sixers. I think they should be looking forward to the next
next
season
season.
already. To be honest, to be honest.
That
Uh,
makes it.
my I had one more prediction that I could share real quick. I think the Warriors will make it to the playoff as a top seed. Why? The Warriors have been playing some of the best basketball that they've played since the start of the season. Coming out of the season, they were pretty much looking like that dynasty type Warriors, and then they just fall off somewhere. Andrew Wiggins couldn't shoot. Uh, Chris Paul was steady, but Chris Paul ended up getting injured. Draymond and his theatrics got him thrown out. So they've been in a tough spot for most of the season. And in the last 7 games or so before the All Star break, they found like some type of rhythm. They got back to playing good defense, which I think is credit to Draymond, and the offense is climbing steadily as we go on. So I think they're primed to make a run. Klay Thompson is coming around here and there. He had a pretty good game, also the last 3 games that they had. So I think there's some stuff looking up for them. They have the experience, and I would say the know how to dig themselves into this and really get back in the top of the West. Uh, if I had to look and see who might drop out of the top the West, I don't know, maybe the Suns, but that's very difficult to say. The West is so tough that I can't think about anybody I could take out. Like the Kings playing well, they look like the easiest team to scapegoat, in this situation. But teams have been playing so well. I just think the Warriors are going to have to play better than these teams ahead of them. It's tough to see, but I think they might have it in them as the season draws so close.
Any more predictions from you, Hakeem?
My last prediction will be the Thunder, who currently sit in second in the West, will get bounced in the first round of the playoffs.
Hmm. You think so? Really?
I just think that's just due to just they don't have a lot of experience on the team. They're a young team. They're a good team. Don't get me wrong, but I think in a 7 game series, you're gonna have to really focus on. Teams are gonna make game plans for your best players. They're gonna do things that they don't normally do. They have time to create the game plan, and they're able to adjust. And looking at, because the West is so loaded right now, them being the second seed, they're more likely to face, if I'm being honest, probably the Lakers or the Warriors or even the Mavs. And all three of those teams have experience on those teams, championship DNA, and they're not easy teams to beat. And I think when they go and get stuff, I think any of those 3 teams are capable of beating the Thunder in a 7 game series. It won't be. It was not gonna be like, when I say bounce, it's not gonna be like 5 or 4 games. It's gonna be probably 7 games, just like how the Kings had to play the Warriors last year
Yes.
and win the 7 games. I believe it's gonna be a similar situation where the Thunder probably gonna go to 7 games, but they're gonna probably lose to one of those 3 teams.
Okay, fair enough. I don't think they would, but we'll see. Time will
You'll
tell.
see. That's why they call it a bold prediction.
Yeah, for sure. Bold, but still, in the sense of the prediction itself, is pretty close.
Hmm.
If that kind of makes sense. The words probably don't make sense, but yes, it's bold to say from their seeding, but it's still more or less relevant in a sense.
It's still
Um,
reasonable, still
yeah.
possible.
Um. Finally,
Matchups.
just going. Yes, marquee matchups. Let's do marquee matchups first, and then we can touch on the other stuff quickly. So we got the Suns at Mavs this Thursday. Who you got, Hakeem?
Mavs. Mavs.
I
Mm-hmm.
was thinking Mavs right off the bat too. Way they're going Mavs.
Looking like a full Mavs sweep. Full Mavs sweep for this week. I got a bold prediction: Kyrie to hit 30 bomb. That was a added prediction on that one. Lakers at Warriors. I going with
I get
Warriors.
this one.
I didn't hear your
Lakers.
prediction, Rayvon.
Again, Lakers on this one. Even though I just talked about the Warriors, probably
Mm-hmm.
get seed, yada yada yada. Again, Lakers on this one. Just feel like
Yeah,
again the
same.
Warriors struggle. Even when they were playing well, they struggle with size a lot. Um,
Mm-hmm.
I think that will be the case. The Lakers are motivated to get out to a good start, especially in this game. I think LeBron is gonna. Well, that I don't even know if LeBron can play because he had an ankle injury. I ain't even sure, but I'm going Lakers on it nonetheless.
And this one is a very interesting one.
It's a
We
tough
got
one.
Sacramento Kings at Clippers. Two really good teams at this point. You
Clippers.
got Rayvon.
I go
Oh,
Clippers. I go
Clippers.
Clippers with this one because I think the Clippers actually have, well, maybe not for Sabonis, but I think they have a decent team to defend the Kings to some extent.
Mm-hmm.
Um, well, De'Aaron Fox is an anomaly. He's super fast. I don't think many people could really actually guard him, but for the most part, I think they have a solid enough perimeter defense to really kind of slow down their actions and stuff like that. So I go with the Clippers. Clippers playing at home as well. Clippers for me in this one.
Nice. I go with the Kings. I
Hmm.
think Kings got what it takes to upset the apple cart this week.
Right.
Um, I think De'Aaron Fox got a point to prove for not being on the All
All
Star
starting.
list, and he can make sure that he made an example of a team, and it's going to be Clippers. Because what other team to be on the radar for you know a game that has to be there to prove a point than to do it against Clippers. So
Mhm.
I think he's going to do it. It's going to be almost a week from now, but hey, we will see what happens in that game as well. But before we close, people, we're just going to talk about F1 briefly. F1 season is swiftly approaching. We got preseason testing. We're going to get to see the cars on the
This
track
week,
this week from the 21st. So really looking forward to that. That's going to be fun. I'm going to be tuning into that like while I work, bro, because
mhm.
I'm going to be listening to all the commentary, all the thoughts that these guys have to
We
say
got the boss.
about
We got the
teams,
boss man here, you guys.
looking at the times, bro.
We gonna miss all this section. We ain't cut out.
Nah, bro, like I can be listening in. That's the way it is. I can be listening in. I can still be doing what you're supposed to be doing, but I can
Standing
be
on
listening
business,
in.
I see.
Of course, you got to start a business anyway, buddy. Um, but yeah, really excited to see what the teams bring. Interesting enough, Red Bull actually switch up their design where everybody else was following Red Bull's design to some sense. So we're gonna see
Which is
if
weird.
Red Bull made the right decision to because Red Bull took some inspiration from
From
Mercedes
Mercy.
zero pod design, and they've added it with their own kind of twist to it. So let's see if they solve the zero pod design. What you would call that?
Yeah, that'll be interesting. That's that's
Cursed, I
that's probably
guess.
one of the most interesting storylines that will come out to anything because
Yeah,
Mercedes been struggling with it for the past two seasons, and it would just be so demoralizing for them if Red Bull come out and figure it out.
yeah.
This is
Just
we
figure
were
out
supposed to be the
the whole
pioneers
zero
for
pod
this.
concept.
Yeah, yeah, and look at that. That would just be sad.
Yeah, it's like,
Anyway,
hey guys, this is how you do it. That's like Steph Curry showing somebody how you really shoot a
oh,
basketball.
yeah, shoot, engineer. That's engineer wars there. Engineer
For
wars.
sure, for sure. And I know a lot of people would lose faith in Mercedes.
Mhm.
Mercedes stock would drop dramatically. I mean,
Well,
even with the Lewis move, Mercedes stock
mhm,
just went down.
of course.
So so yeah, that's gonna be very interesting. No, Ferrari sales can go up too. That's
Mhm.
crazy. The kind of power that man got. Um, but yeah, the season will start the following week, which is the 29th of Feb. Really looking forward to that start, man. That's gonna be epic. So that's basically it for F1. So stay tuned, people. Stay tuned this week. We might be posting some stuff on Instagram. If you're in the stream, you already know what to do. If you haven't done it already, people, hit that like button. Share the
Smash it.
stream with people that you know like these sports, like basketball, like F1, and peoples. This summer, We talking Olympics. Just want to throw that out there so you can stay tuned. We're not going anywhere this year, peoples. We staying
Yeah, we got a lot of
right
stuff this
through.
summer, boy.
Yeah, a
A
lot
lot
of
of stuff
things to
this summer.
talk about. And yeah, we getting it. We in there. So um any final words from the bros?
Oh man, that's a
Follow
wrap.
us on
Is
Spotify.
oh yes, that is a good point. So follow us on Spotify for the audio only version. Shout out to the Spotify fans that are listening to it tomorrow when it up.
Alright.
So,
Yeah,
um, yeah, we on Spotify. You could go on, type it in, follow us there, give us a little rating. We also put up some polls alongside the episodes, so you could interact with us there as well. Let us
yeah,
know what you think about the show. So yeah, again, follow us on Spotify and on Instagram where you could get all the updates everywhere that we're on, everything that we're going live, our predictions, and any other thing that we decide to post. Instagram is where it's at for all the
yeah,
news Hasbro Bros related. So thanks for tuning in, peoples, again. And we'll see you in the next one.
for sure. Astro Bros out, fam.
Yes,
Peace.
sir.
Bless.